Today we're looking at Anne's free trade app, which he has on a smartphone, and it's free trade where you can buy and sell stocks at no extra cost other than the cost of buying the stocks. This is This is a portfolio breakdown. The total value of her portfolio at the moment is 1,705.28 pence. The total value is down £34.80. That means that the value of the stocks at the moment are £34 less than she's totally invested. But it's quite important, part of the psychology of investing, you haven't made that loss unless you sell your shares. So therefore, it's only a figure on the screen. We will have a look at Anne's holdings. Marks and Spencer's, the value is 239.77. That's down 3.3%. Everyone knows Marks and Spencer's. It's a UK-based retailer. Sandstorm Gold, down 31%. And I'll just click on that, and this will give us an insight to what actually Sandstorm Gold is. The company provides funding to mining companies in exchange for royalties. That's it. Say you've got a gold mine and you want to dig a deeper tunnel and you can't afford to do it. Sandstorm Gold will give you the money at no cost. Well, the cost is that if you strike gold, you every ounce of gold that you strike, they will take a percentage of the value. So it's like sharing the risk, but giving gold mines the ability to carry on expanding. At the moment, they're not doing quite so well. They're down 31%, but it's an interesting stock and company to hold. So if you want to get into gold and get involved with gold mining, it's a bit of a risky business, but it could be interesting. So that's an interesting one. Chevron, UK-based oil exploration and retailing company. They're up 91%, as most oil and gas companies are at the moment. M&T Bank up 30%. eBay, we all know eBay, up 12%. Civitas Social, this company buys and rents out housing to long-term tenants who need extra assistance in living, and this is funded by the government. So Civitas Social supply the houses tailor fitted out for each individual tenant. What attracted to me this was they pay a good dividend, and it's a socially good company helping people live in the community who are less fortunate than us, who needs a bit more help in living. So but at the moment that stock holding is down 45%. National Grid, they supply I think that's the electricity to the UK, up 15%. Vanguard FTSE All World Dividend, they are up 11%. We invested in this one to get some passive cash flow. We click on that, FTSE All World Dividend, and the recent activity. This will show you the dividend payouts. We're now in February the 18th, 2023. Back in December, we got a 68 pence dividend. In September, we got 92 pence, and in June of last year, we got £1.50. So we've had some nice payouts, and also the value of the holding has risen. So that's Vanguard All World Dividend ETF, where they invest in companies that pay high dividends throughout the world. Walgreen Boots, US based company, and they have the Boots, which is based in the UK. You can find these on every high street. They're chemists and retailers, down 14%. iShares Physical Gold. This they actually invest in gold, so that give you actual access. The rise and fall in the price of the stock is directly reflected in the actual price or spot price of gold. Goldfields, that's a gold exploration company. Oil and Gas Explorers, that's a REIT where iShares invest in a group of oil and gas exploration companies, and their profits are paid out in the form of dividends and also in growth. So this gives you exposure to the oil and gas explorers without having to buy individual shares. You just buy some shares in iShares, and they go out and buy the shares on your behalf. So they're up 42%, which I'd expect with the way things are at the moment. Renewable infrastructure, they invest in the renewable energies market, wind and solar. S&P 500, this ETF tracks the movement of the S&P 500, Standard and Poor, which are the top 500 companies in the US. So actually buying shares in iShares ETF, they in turn buy shares or stocks in the top 500 US companies, and the fortunes are reflected in the iShares value and and dividend payouts. We'll just click on that, and that the graph there gives you how the prices performed over 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. And if we scroll down, that shows I've got 2 shares in this company. Well, Anne has, in fact. I say myself, but this is Anne's account. And we'll carry on scrolling down. It's an ETF, and it tracks an index of 500 large US equities. So that just confirms what I said. Ceres, this is a company that is involved in a special technology where it converts is it hydrogen gas into electricity by passing it through some plates, and they're up 58%. Granger, they actually own and rent out to the private sector housing. They also have a branch in Germany where they do the same, and that's down 16%. SVB Financial down 54%, and Coinbase, I bought these soon after they went public. That's a digital currency exchange, down 73%, not doing so well, but that gives you exposure to the digital market. And if you scroll down, it'll tell us the US-based platform allows users to buy and sell Bitcoin, Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies via its exchange and brokerage system. So I think the hype on crypto has disappeared a bit at the moment. So what I'm going to show you now is how to invest or buy shares on the Freetrade platform. We've obviously got money in the platform. Every time you get a dividend payout, that goes in the form of cash. So your cash holding is built up, and obviously we've paid in cash over a period of time, and we've yet to find an investment. But after careful thought and consultation, we're going for Vanguard, All World Dividend, and as I mentioned earlier, it will tell us about it here. Vanguard FTSE, All World High Dividend, UCITS ETF. The fund tracks an index of high dividend paying companies across the world. Income will be distributed as cash. So they particularly go after companies that are known for paying good dividends. So that way we can get some passive income. That's what we're looking for, and hopefully the value of our investment will not go down. So what we're going to do is make an investment today. So we go to buy, and we've got £256.74 available in the account. I'll just go back, and the price of each share is £50. Well, that's constantly moving. So if we go to buy, and if they're about £50, 250, we can buy about 5 shares. So we'll put a basic order for £256, and they'll buy us when the market's open from 10 o'clock tomorrow. The order will be placed from 10 o'clock tomorrow. I think these are traded on the UK Stock Exchange, which opens at 8, but Freetrade makes their purchases or conducts the transactions from 10 o'clock onwards. So if we say we're going to invest the full amount, £256, they'll expend that to the nearest number of full shares. On some platforms you can buy part shares, but on this particular platform you're unable to do it. That's why I tend to have a preference for trading 212. So we'll review order, and it says here order placed from 10 o'clock tomorrow, today being Sunday the 18th of February. The markets are closed. London opens at 8, but for some reason Freetrade don't get going until 10 o'clock, and then they will make an order and buy some shares at the best price at the time, and I'm aiming to get 5 shares. So we confirm buy. Now what I've got to do here is put the code in. So while I do this, I'll just have to put my hand over the screen. I won't be 1 second for security reasons. And we're now back online, and FTSE All World Dividend buy queued. Your order is scheduled to start processing tomorrow from 10 o'clock. We'll update your app once it's been completed. You cannot cancel your order after this time. £252.10. So that's that done. So this is a brief oversight of Anne's Freetrade portfolio and how the app works, we can look at activity. If you click on that, this will give you what's happened on the account. The most recent activities on the 14th of February, Granger, one of the stocks Anne hold, has paid out a dividend of 15 pence, and that's gone into her holding on the free trade app. As cash, Sandstorm Gold, you remember I just gave an in detailed talk about them, where they invest or loan money to gold mines on the condition if they strike gold, they'll get a percentage. And they must have earned some money along the line, because I've got a 56 pence dividend. National Grid got £1.78 dividend. This is all money for no work on our behalf. We just have to own the shares, and it's their way of encouraging you to carry on holding the shares. Renewable infrastructures, obviously the value of your dividend depends on the dividend percentage payout, and also on the number of shares you hold in the company. But as you can see, we've got some nice dividends. They all add up over a period of time. Nothing large, because we don't have any large particular one-off holdings in companies, unlike on Trading 212, where Anne has over £3,000 worth of Coca-Cola shares, and they pay out nice dividends every quarter or every four times a year. So that's a breakdown of the activity on the account. Basically it's all been dividends, because we haven't bought any stocks lately, but we go back to this tomorrow. We will see buy orders. Yeah, we'll look at buy orders, apply filter. Last time we bought any stocks on the account was eBay in July 2022, £99.83. So these are all the stocks we bought. And as I say, the latest transaction will come up tomorrow once we once the transaction's gone through. That's dividends, and that's top up, so we can put the filter and we can get the full history of the activity of the account. But if you just want to look at dividends, click on dividends. So that's another feature of the free trade app. So there's a lot more to look at, but as I've said, once you initially set up an app, take it step by step, and you learn by doing. And if you carry on following my site, you will get some great insights to my investing adventure and some ideas and guidance to where we're going. So I hope you found this interesting and helpful. Until next time, I bid you a really successful investing adventure.